Hey guys, it's your brujacarrieliz here to do a quick little energy reading for my beautiful collective. You know what time it is. Grab your coffee, your tea, your wine, your weed, whatever it is that you need, and come hang out with me. So, music that I have playing in the background, it's for an energy cleanse. So I feel like someone's needing a powerful energy cleanse. It also has on the video, it's like purple swirls and a crown. So there's someone that's trying to affect your crown chakra, maybe even how you trust your intuition, how you're thinking, how you're making moves. They're trying to cloud your judgment. So that is definitely something that you guys are needing to address at this point in time. And it's so interesting. The song that I keep getting, the lyrics that I keep getting in my head is run up, get done up. Run up, get done up. Run up, get done up. Like, it's literally on repeat in my head right now. So, all right, let's tap in. Let's see what's good for my beautiful collective. You know what time it is. Grab your coffee, your tea, your wine, your weed, whatever it is that you need, and come hang out. I've already said my prayers over this reading. And yeah, I'm ready to go, guys. I just recently did my hair, so I just have it up in a scarf and just a protective style. And I'm definitely feeling too that some of you are needing to cover your head. Some of you, whether it's a hat, a hoodie, scarf, however it is, that some of you are really at this time needing to cover up, especially when you're going out in public, especially when you're interacting with other people. I know a lot of times for spiritual people, for clairvoyants, for psychics, for mediums, whatever you kind of like fall under, if you're sensitive year round, I get the sense that during October, you're even more so sensitive. So it's something that it's just an energy of needing to cleanse, needing to protect, really setting that intention, especially if you have certain jewelry that you wear for protection, you know, rings or bracelets, whatever, anklets, whatever it is. There's something that you're needing to continue to cleanse, continue to say prayers over, so that when you go out into the world that you are cleansed and protected. I definitely see too, like oils, like people using oils, setting intentions, lighting candles for themselves, saying prayers to their spirits, you know, saying prayers to God. Whatever way you want to go about it is, you know, what's right for you. And yeah, I just get the sense though that someone is needing to set that intention of putting a line, because they're showing me a line in the sand, you know. I feel like there's many people that are wanting to take from your energy, that are wanting to siphon from your energy, that are wanting to take advantage. I also get to, because I just heard in my hand, I heard in my head, like sleight of hand. It's kind of like some people are very like left hand path-minded. Like they do a lot more dark stuff, or like even unintentionally, they're just haters. So that's also something to keep in mind. You know, I feel like there's people around you that they could smile in your face, but in actuality, they have ill intentions towards you. And yeah, that's why I get this needing to place boundaries, needing to set protections, needing to say your prayers, needing to, you know, really disconnect from people that you're feeling off around. Those are all signs from your spirit guides that are trying to redirect you, that are trying to protect you. They're just kind of letting you know, like, hey, you know, people are going to try to dim your light. People are going to try to take from you. There's something about you really reclaiming your power. There's something about you really honoring yourself and respecting yourself and really recognizing your worth. Alrighty. So let's see, let's tap in. I also get to, some of you can be like very fierce, like warriors in the spiritual realm, but like on earth, you're kind of just like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's something about your confidence is much, much lower in the physical versus in the spiritual. It's because I feel like you're just not remembering who you are. You don't remember, you know, your gifts, you're not really like, how do I say it? It's not that you're not tuning in. It's just, it's taking you longer to remember exactly who you are, remembering to honor yourself. Okay, so let's tune in, let's tap in. We're gonna use the Sign of the Times Oracle deck. I definitely get a sense too that whoever's watching collectively, like you guys are, you could be very tired, you could be feeling very drained, or there's this kind of like brain fog that's going on with you at this point in time. And that's why Spirit's just like, yeah, you really, really need to cleanse your energy, cleanse your space, cleanse your home, your cars. Yeah, because people could be throwing shade your way. People could be kind of keeping an eye on you and you don't even know it, but they don't have like good intentions set towards you, if that makes sense. But I mean, you must be doing something right if you got a hater. You must be doing something right if there's kind of like darker energy being sent your way. So let's tap in, let's see. Yeah, we have Butterfly Metamorphosis at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, collective, this is what it is. You're changing. As you're changing, as you're growing, as you're elevating, there's this sense of people not wanting you to change, people not wanting you to really see yourself for who you really are, people not wanting you to make moves. Yeah, there's people that are wanting you to really stifle yourself. Stifle your... I just got in my head, bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. It's literally that. Like, I feel like you're peeping it. You're peeping it. You're recognizing like who's really for you and who's not. You know, the other day I was talking to, actually no, I was going back and forth, leaving voice notes with someone that I'm friends with. And it's so interesting because I was listening to their voice note and they replied back to me and I'm just like, bitch, you didn't even hear my voice note. Like, I could just tell. The way that you responded, I could just tell. And it's one of those things that, like, you can just tell when people are really for you. And I feel like for some of you collective, you're learning to back away and disconnect from people like that. You're learning to back away from the superficial. You're learning to back away from people that are constantly like, me, and wanting that attention and wanting to, like, take from you. And I feel like that's super important. And sometimes people don't even know that they do it. Sometimes people do this intentionally. And a lot of it is like, well, you can call it out and see if they make changes, or you can literally just block, delete, move on. So it's just interesting. It's so interesting. I love too when Spirit like gives me these challenges, gives me, you know, things for me to learn on, because how else am I going to speak on shit if it's not stuff that I've already gone through, stuff that I've had to process, stuff that I've had to heal. Like, I can't speak on things personally if I haven't gone through it. And sometimes too, it's just me channeling the messages of what they want you to know, and I have no fucking idea what that is. But a lot of times my examples, my stories, it's like, yeah, that's personal experience. I feel like some of you are like really understanding, you're getting a grasp and understanding of your place in the world. We've got the angel numbers. You're getting confirmation of this from Spirit. For some of you, you could be getting the sign of coins. You could be getting the signs of feathers. You could be, you know, receiving messages in that way, but definitely with numbers, with coins. Spirit is also saying you're very lucky. There's something about your energy that you're very lucky. And I get the sense that you're transforming yourself. You're changing in a way that you're really understanding that you are abundant, that you can manifest, that you are limitless. And that's what it is. You're attracting people. You're attracting the good and the bad, because they're like, ooh, like, what is this light? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Because they're showing me, like, in the darkness on a porch, this one little light and like all the bugs that are kind of surrounding it. And I'm just like, yeah, that's you, collective. You could be seeing spirits. You could be, you know, recognizing that the people that you draw in, like, some of them are good, some of them are not. But either way, you're magnetizing, you're drawing them in. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we also have crystals. We have achievements here. I definitely get the sense too of using protective crystals at this time, like onyx, tiger's eye. We do have labradorite here on the picture. It's so interesting too. For some of you, I get jade, which I don't always like view that as a protective kind of crystal. I view that as more of like an abundance kind of crystal, but they're saying jade, like getting a jade bracelet. Some of you need like sound bowl hearing. Oh my gosh, maybe you have some ringing in your ears, but I definitely get sound bowl healing. And a lot of times too, when you're kind of hearing that like ringing in your ears, maybe some of you are like tapping in and connecting and hearing spirits on the other side, and that's what it comes in as like a ringing in your ear. And it comes like out of the blue. For some of you, it's almost just like you can feel something like next to you, and then it's like a ringing in your ear. And that's like a spirit kind of getting close to you, trying to communicate. It's interesting too, because we have moon with emotions and traffic cone caution. I feel like at this point in time, some of you are actually taking caution with your emotions, and you're learning to listen. You're learning to tap in to how you feel. You're learning to understand yourself a little bit better. I also get too that some of you are not being as reactive as maybe what you would have been before. You're learning to, you know, allow the emotions to come and go, and to like feel it, understand it, and to release it, because you're recognizing you don't want to act you don't want to act out of control. You don't want to act super impulsively. Like not every emotion, not every thought needs to be tapped into. Also, I'm getting to that you're learning to really listen and understanding your emotions, because they are your warning signs. When you're around certain people, when your body reacts a certain way, when you have certain anxieties or you're feeling off, like you're learning to trust that, you're learning to listen to that. I also get too with the angel numbers card, like some of you are needing to really like take yourself out on a date. There's something about like the self-care and really focusing in on yourself and what it is that you want, what it is that you want to accomplish. It's really treating yourself better, communicating with yourself better, you know, being kinder with yourself, understanding that this is a learning process for you. And as you hit certain milestones, as you hit certain achievements, is learning to celebrate yourself. Okay. Alrighty. So let's tap in. But yeah, collective, this change, this transformation that you're going through right now, you're very abundant. You're attracting a lot of things in, and people see that maybe in ways that you don't necessarily see it just yet, but people are seeing it. I also get the sound of like someone's revving their motor. Someone's like, it's either a motorcycle or something, but someone's revving an engine. Like, I just get that you're about to take off. You're about to take off. Yeah. We have phrases and motivations, never give up. Yeah, Spirit doesn't want you to give up. It's like whatever it is that you're working on, maybe this is a passion project, maybe this is a hobby, maybe this is something like a business that you're trying to take off. Spirit is saying like really pour your love and your heart into it. Follow your heart in regards to where it leads you, and really like be patient with yourself. Keep motivating yourself. I feel like for some of you, this is like running a marathon. You know, you're gonna have those people on the sidelines that are cheering you on. You're gonna have the random strangers that are supporting you, high-fiving you, giving you water, giving you snacks. Like, you're gonna have people in your corner, but at the end of the day, it's you. You have to run that race. You have to put one foot in front of the other and motivate yourself and practice and train for it and actually go out into the starting line and go. You know, I feel like Spirit's just like, yeah, you have this support system around you, whether or not you see it, right? Whether it's Spirit, whether it's your friends, whether it's family, you know, and maybe sometimes you're feeling all by yourself, but truly like the drive that you have within you is what's going to get things accomplished, right? It's like Spirit can give you this vision of like, yeah, you're going to get this done. You're going to go this far. You're going to do this. But unless you put the action to that vision, it's kind of just going to be a dream. So yeah, Spirit is saying be patient with yourself, because there are going to be ups and downs. You're going to feel motivated. You're going to feel like giving up. You're going to feel, you know, like you're doing really, really well. And sometimes that crashes. But a lot of it is just being consistent. A lot of it is just being disciplined and showing up for yourself every single day. Show up for yourself, even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's 20 minutes, even if whatever it is that you have to give in that day, you're giving to yourself. We also have to hear mirror reflection. At this point in time too, whatever it is that you're healing, whatever it is that you're going through, I feel like for a lot of people, you're activating and waking up other people, and you could be a mirror to other people. And some people don't like that. Some people don't like to be shown what it is that they need to work on, need to heal. Some people would rather be left in the dark, rather be left ignorant. They'd rather be asleep. They'd rather be like, you know what, it's not for me. But it's like you're waking people up in the way that you're changing, in the way that you're growing and moving. Why? Because they're recognizing and seeing that, hey, we could come from the same place. We could come from similar experiences. And it's like it is a possibility to change. And some people don't like taking accountability. You know, even ourselves, we may not like to take accountability. Past versions of ourselves could be like, yeah, fuck that. But I'm really getting that there's this point in time that you're really seeing yourself and saying, you know what, if I don't take any action, if I don't make any moves, then I stay stuck. I don't grow, I don't change, I stay doing the same thing, I stay around the same people. I get that you're really motivated to change, and you're really seeing yourself differently, in a different light. You're seeing the possibility within yourself, and that's a beautiful thing. And also, Spirit is saying, be kinder to yourself, be gentle with yourself as you're going through this process, because it's not easy. You know, when you're really being that mirror to yourself, when you're looking at yourself very clearly, it's hard to look at the ways that maybe you've self-sabotaged, the ways that you've held yourself back, the ways that you've entertained the wrong people, the ways that you've, you know, just done harm or been, you know, codependent or attached to certain vices. You know what I mean? Like, some people, they can't go a day without smoking. Some people, they can't go a day without a drink. Some people, you know, they enjoy to gamble here and there. Like, it's something about that you're really reflecting, like, does this serve me? Does this serve my highest and greatest good? And if not, how can I move past this? Yeah, some people are not going to like that. Some people want you to stay the same old. And yeah, that's when you're really having to, like, you know, really recognize your worth. And it's like, I deserve this. I deserve this change. I deserve better. I deserve people that really love me, support me, are helping me, motivating me, uplifting me, that they're, you know, the conversations are different. The conversations are different with people that are motivated, people that want to grow, the people that want to elevate, people that are business minded. You know, they're focused in on improvement. They're focused in on change. They're disciplined. They're getting up super early. They're making sure that their life is well balanced when it comes to food, when it comes to working out, when it comes to their social life, when it comes to putting in that work. And they're constantly thinking about how to grow and expand. You know, people that are very money minded, they're not thinking about, oh, like, this is how much money I'm putting into savings. No, they're thinking about, okay, how can I make more money? If I want to afford this, how can I grow and expand to achieve that? They're not thinking about, like, yeah, they're not thinking about, like, a little nest and, like, stashing here and there a little. No, they're thinking bigger. They're thinking about growing and expanding. They're like, yeah, it's like, yes, I have this, but how can I achieve more? How can I get more? Let's see. But yeah, collective, this is the growth and the change that's coming out for you. And for some people, that's difficult to see you change, to see you doing better. Some people want you to stay the same so that they don't have to feel bad about changing or staying the same. But I get to, collective, you're being more protective of your energy, especially with the run-up, get done up. I just feel like you're really recognizing the power within you, and you're not afraid to voice your opinion. You're not afraid to protect yourself. You're not afraid to, like, be like, you can catch these fucking hands if you don't stay the fuck away from me. Like, That's what I get. And that's what I get too. Your spirit guides are not playing when it comes to you. They are not fucking playing about you, because you're making these changes, you're healing, you're growing, you're doing what's right for you. And Spirit's just like, it's about fucking time, you know? So they're not trying to have other people distract you or drag you back down to a place that you're trying to heal and grow from, or even a place that you've healed from. You know, they're not trying to have you go backwards to entertain the wrong kind of people. Okay, so let's see what's going on for my collective's highest and greatest good at this point in time. Yeah, we have the Fool card, right? And the Two of Cups. Yeah, the Fool card. This is that 0 point. This is starting new, starting fresh. For some of you, it's a fresh start. For some of you, it's like taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. Trusting and believing that no matter where you go from this point on, like, you may not see the next 3 steps in front of you, but you're trusting in the divine. You're trusting that the changes that you're making are significant and they're good. We see the sun here too. I feel like there's this illumination, there's this clarity here of like, yeah, this is what I'm meant to be doing. This is what I'm being called to do. And you just can't help but chase after your dreams, you know? For some of you, this is a connection that's coming in. This could be a romantic partnership, this could be platonic, but there's a partnership, there's a connection that's coming in. Someone's starting new, someone's starting over, and it's really putting yourself back out there, collective, especially if you've kind of been in hermit mode, especially if you've been just working on yourself, doing things solo, but people are, you're drawing people in. So there's this connection that could be coming in for you guys. Okay, let's see what's going on with the Fool and the Two of Cups. Yeah, we have the King of Pentacles and an Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's someone that's established. There's someone that could kind of have it all, but they don't have you. Because I got Alicia Keys in my head. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby. If I ain't got you, baby. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So something tangible is manifesting here. You have definitely a new beginning and someone wanting to offer you either commitment or relationship or some kind of growth. There could be some kind of contract here too. This could be love and business. Yeah, collective, they're seeing you. They have eyes on you. Yeah, there's a choice here that needs to be made. I also get here too that this person could be very nervous. This person could be kind of overthinking things because they're wondering if you will accept, excuse me, sorry, my cats are fighting. They're wondering if you would accept some kind of commitment or higher level relationship. Maybe even they're trying to like listen to their spirit guides. They're trying to like understand the connection. The signs that I'm seeing right now: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, this person could be overthinking how to approach. Will they accept my offer? Yeah, they want you to say yes. They know like deep down, like this is what they want and they want you to say yes. They're like, you bring happiness into my life. You're exactly what I want. You're full on like hell yes. They could be really struggling, battling within themselves of like, how do I approach? How do I say this? You know, they don't want to miss out on you. They don't want to miss out because they see success with you. They see you as, they could even have you up on a pedestal, and maybe this is why they're intimidated. This is why they're kind of like struggling within themselves. But I definitely feel like they would feel like this is a missed opportunity if they didn't take that chance. If they didn't take a risk, they would feel like this is a missed opportunity. I feel like this person does not want to live with regrets. If you've known this person before and this is like a new start in this connection, this is kind of them reflecting like, I feel like I didn't take my chance before. I feel like I didn't speak up before, and this is my time now. They feel a heavy like soul connection, soul tie with you. Maybe even past lives with you. Yeah, but there's this like overwhelming like urge to be like, I want you. Please say yes. Will you say yes? Will you accept my offer? Because you're a full-on yes for them. No. Yeah, Temperance. See, and Spirit is here. It's like, be patient, wait on divine timing, because you guys have free will. You guys can choose, you know, if you want this connection or not. And I feel like that's the worry. It's like, will you say yes? Will you even listen to what I have to say? They don't know how to necessarily approach. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like collective too, you could be kind of at two minds right now, because you could be very hesitant on even taking a connection, because you've dealt with people in the past that, you know what I mean, they treated you one way, and it's kind of like left a bad taste in your mouth in regards to connections, in regards to love. So looking at new relationships, looking at new connections, you're very hesitant on moving forward, because you just don't want a repeat of the past. And if it's a past person that would try to come in, you're just like, hell no. It's a walking away motion from that, because you know that that's not something that has a lot of growth or something to offer you. Yeah, for like past relationships. And I feel like you could have a choice with two, right? You could have a choice of like a past connection butting in and a new relationship coming in, because past energies, they're recognizing like, oh, you're leveling up, you're transforming, you're picking yourself, you're choosing yourself. Of course, you're not going to be single for very long, right? Temperance, you're healing, you're doing the work. So there's going to be a connection, a relationship that comes in for you. So of course the past is going to be like, wait a minute, I have something to say about this. You could even have this person blocked, because, and look, you have a choice. The Two of Wands, Two of Swords. You could have someone blocked that's trying to come in to cause havoc, because I see the Tower, right? The Seven of Swords. That could have been someone that lied, cheated, ran away, you know, wanted you to chase them. Yeah. Because we have the Page of Wands. This is like a cat and mouse kind of chasing game. I feel like it's a connection that ultimately you walked away from, because you recognize you just don't want to play the games. You're done. You don't want to play the games. I also get to the Tower comes crashing down on this person. You could definitely have them blocked with that Two of Swords, but they're going to be watching you achieve this. They're going to be watching you get into a healthy relationship, choosing yourself, getting the genuine love that you deserve, right? Getting treated the right way. There's going to be someone in the outskirts of this new relationship that you have coming in that's going to be watching you receive the love that you've been waiting for, the love that you probably wanted from this person, but they were not able to give to you because they played too many fucking games, right? They lied, they cheated. They could have been stealing your energy, right? They could have had you as like a trophy, but they didn't know how to treat you. They didn't know how to love you. And ultimately you had to choose yourself. You had to walk away and say, you know what, this isn't for me. You play too many games. You play too fucking much. So their world kind of comes crashing down on them because they thought that maybe you'd be single forever. And maybe they, you know, broke you too much so that, you know, that you wouldn't ever reconsider relationships. But collective, I'm getting that there's this new chance. You're willing to take a chance on someone new. You're opening yourself up, yeah, and you just don't want the games. You don't want to, I feel like if someone tries to reach out from the past, you're not even willing to entertain the conversation. You could definitely have them blocked. And they could be trying to reach out. They could be trying to make a fake account. They could be whatever. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, whatever. But that, yeah, I see that. That's their karma, isn't it? That's how things play out. You know, you don't treat people right, and yeah, that cycle is closing out. That cycle is closing out for you. We have the World here. Yeah, that cycle, that karmic cycle is closing out. Things are coming full circle, right? It's like you fuck around and you find out. You play too many games, and guess what? You end up losing out on someone amazing because you played too much. And that's why they're popping up in your energy, collective. Not necessarily that, oh my gosh, you have this as a choice. It's more or less for you to see that you're your tastes are changing, right? You're no longer attracted to past people that you would have entertained. You're no longer in that energy, that vibe to, you know, to entertain that, because you see clearly what was going on there now, right? So you're leveling up. Your tastes are changing. You're leveling up in what you will accept and what you won't accept. You're getting really serious about the connections that are coming into your life. Yeah, and that's the thing. People miss out. Let people miss out on you. Let people miss out on you, especially if it's not reciprocal, right? The Six of Pentacles, if it's not, it fell off, whatever. If it's not reciprocal, right? If it's not an equal give and take, then you just don't want it, right? This Five of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Wands, this person too could have played a lot of games, made you feel like you were in competition. They kept you waiting, right? You felt like you invested a lot into this relationship, but you got nothing back. It just games. Yeah, and you're kind of just like, if it's not reciprocal energy, I don't want it. That's just how it's gonna be. Like, if it's not good for me, then I don't want it. Yeah, judgment. Judgment is coming in on people who've wronged you. Yeah. And like I said, you have two options. You have two choices. The Queen of Swords. I feel like, yeah, I just get with the Page of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. You really recognized your worth and leveled up, and you're kind of just like, yeah, you really fucked up. You really got the wrong one here. Like, you're not welcome here to play games. You're really putting the sword down of like, no. Nope, you are not an option that I'm willing to consider. Yeah, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's just how it goes, right? Like, let people miss out on you. Okay, yeah, the High Priestess, you're really tapped in and trusting your intuition. Like, you see things very, very clearly. Maybe before they could have distracted you, they could have lied, you could have fallen for those lies. But I really get, collective, that you've leveled up in the sense of, no, you're trusting yourself, and you've really had to grow and heal from that. Yeah. Yeah, Ten of Swords. That person really did a number to you. That person really hurt, betrayed you. And it's taken a while for you to heal from that, to move on from that. Yeah, we've got Knight of Cups and the Empress too. Like, you've really had to follow your heart, follow your dreams, move past it. I feel like, collective, you're very much a hopeless romantic. You still believe in love. And I think a lot of this is just you're recognizing that there is real love out there. It just wasn't with this past person, right? You're the Empress, and they were not offering enough. I feel like too, this person recognized that they weren't enough, and they still chose to play these games because it was kind of like an ego boost. You know, they recognized, oh, I have a really great person. Let me play these games and see how far I can get away with this. And all they ended up doing was really hurting a really good person. And now they have to deal with the karma and the, you know, the repercussions for that. Especially because we got Judgment here. Spirit is placing judgment on that person that hurt you. While you're elevating, while you're healing, while you're growing, while you're attracting abundance, you're attracting, you know, better things, better people, new opportunities, right? They're now facing their karma. They're now facing judgment on what they did to you. Okay? All right, let's see what else. Anything else from this deck for my beautiful collective? Anything else from this deck? I also get too that your spirit guides are just not letting this person back in, if that makes sense. They're letting them have like front row seats of your changes, your growth, but they're not letting them back in. Yeah, I got the Three of Wands too. The Lovers. Yeah, collective, you've been patiently waiting. We got the Empress and the Four of Swords. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You're healing. You're silent too. For some people, you are very silent. You're healing on your own, and you recognize that you just don't need those games. You don't need people that constantly make you feel like shit. And that's what it is. You're protecting your energy. 7 of Wands here. Could be very guarded. Yeah. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Because the Devil's here. You're doing the healing work, collective. Why? Because there are people that want to keep you stuck and stagnant. They don't want you to move on. They want you to accept less. They want you to settle for less. They're greedy. There's people that you're needing to protect your energy from that are greedy. They're, like I said, they're dark-minded. They've got the Devil energy here. They could be codependent. They could just be very greedy. They're thieves. They're cheaters. They're liars. They're manipulative. They could be narcissists. There's people that you're healing from that are like this, that would like to keep you in, like, stuck in fear. They want you to be in a mental entrapment so that you don't move on, so that you don't feel confident. But Spirit is saying you have the strength here. You have the strength here to battle this out. That's what it is. You're so protected, collective. Especially you have the 7 of Wands and the strength here. In between, it's like sandwiched in of like the bullshit. It's literally like, I just got in my head like a book is about to close. Like it's about to be slammed shut. Because they tried to keep you stuck. They tried to keep you in a mental entrapment, right? They tried to keep you wound up, codependent, and you broke free from that. You're breaking free from that. For some of you, it's definitely doing a cord cutting ritual, but I get that this chapter is being closed out of your life at this point in time. Especially we saw that World card. Yeah, this person's going to live in regret. Yeah, we've got Knight of Pentacles. They took too long to do the right thing. Also, for some of them too, they could have done some kind of black magic. They could have done some kind of voodoo spell work with that Knight of Pentacles there. Yes, they could have definitely done something to try to keep you, to try to take from you. They're just regretting. They're just going to live in regret. Sadness, regret, depression. They're going to live in regret for doing what they did to you. And it's interesting too, collective, because I feel like energetically you've moved from this relationship, from this connection, but it's a reflection right now. You're reflecting. You're looking at your past experiences. You're looking at how far you've come. But the healing, 4 of Swords, the Empress, you've leveled up energetically. The Butterfly, Metamorphosis, you've leveled up energetically. You're reflecting back on the things that you've learned, the things that you've had to go through, the ways that people have held you down. That's why they're popping up, because you're reflecting. Yeah. See that 7 of Swords too? If they had the chance to do it again, they would still fucking lie, cheat, deceive you. They would still play the same games. And that's why you've had to block. That's why you've had to protect your energy. That's why you've had to move on. Because all they would do is they would keep hurting you. They would keep lying. They would keep cheating. They would keep doing the same old, same old. Yeah. You've had to walk away. And the thing is that's very difficult to walk away from things, because I felt like you were very emotionally invested in that person that lied, that cheated, that hurt you, that betrayed you. They made you feel less than. And you've had to find that hope within yourself, that hope within God of like, there's better out there. There's no fucking way that this is it for me. And that's why you're taking a new chance. That's why you're taking a new opportunity, a new path. There's a new spiritual journey for you here. Like I said, you're closing out this cycle. But yeah, you're reflecting as to why you had to go through this. You're reflecting on this relationship at this point in time. This was not the end of the road for you, collective. This was for you to really see yourself in a different way. And I'm telling you, this past person would love to communicate with you, but they're literally living in the nightmare of the fact that they lost you. And not just that too, they were just very sex-minded, if that makes sense. Like they could have just, that's how the relationship started, or that's just what they wanted from you. They just wanted your energy. Yeah, you're healing, collective. You're recognizing that reciprocity in relationships is so important. You're healing, you're moving on. And I definitely get, collective, you're getting a wish fulfillment. You're getting your wish granted at this point in time because you're doing the healing work. Yeah, we have strength here. You've had to tackle this. You've had to tackle this beast and you've overcome, right? You've slayed the dragon. You've slayed the beast. I definitely get the image of Archangel Michael standing over the devil with his sword out. That's why it's like, run up, get done up. Really? You want to be like him on the ground? You guys are very, very protected. Yeah. Protected from people that are greedy. You're protected from people that would like you to stay the same. Yeah, you've definitely had to go on this healing journey to find yourself again, collective. It has not been easy to find yourself again, to become this 9 of Pentacles, to do the solo healing work, to find yourself again. You've had to really recognize that, yeah, I've got the 2 of Pentacles here too. You had this choice. You had this choice. Grow, heal, elevate, or stay stuck. Stay the same. Become like the person that you were with in the past. You had that choice and you chose to elevate. You chose to do better for yourself. Yeah. And so in turn, you get rewarded with a union. You get love. You get a divine union here. 11-11 here. Yeah. Whereas the past just stays out in the cold. The past stays out in the cold and you get a union. You get divine union because you've recognized your worth. Yeah. They get the Tower card. It's a huge epiphany. It's like, holy shit. You shock people. People are going to be talking about this. You got the Chariot here. Victory! Victory, screech! Yeah, you get the Chariot here. Victory. You're moving on. You don't really give a fuck about the past. You're moving on. Yeah, because you deserve better. You recognize that. You deserve better. You deserve better the whole fucking time. And see, that's where you're reflecting, like, damn, I really had sabotaged myself. Like, if I hadn't entertained that person, like, I wouldn't have gone through that lesson. Like, you're recognizing, you're seeing them and you're seeing yourself. Yeah. Yup. Could be getting messages in your dreams. Spirit's connecting with you there. Communicating with you. Yeah. We have 111. Something better. That's what I'm saying. You're recognizing that, like, while doing this reflection work, you're recognizing that there's something better for you out there. There's someone better out there. Anything's better than the fucking past because, damn, we had the 10 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the Tower moment. Oh, God. Like, the 9 of Wands. Like, there was no love there. That was just pure fuckery. There was no love there. We also have take a hike. For some of you, need to go outside, spend time in nature, spend time with spirit outside, connect, ground your energy, put offerings outside for nature. Like I said, shadow work needed. I also get to, like, for some of you, you definitely need to do a cord cutting ritual. For some of you, it's really like cleansing your energy, really removing things from your home, your space, your phone, like just getting rid of shit from the past. I also get to that you're no longer in alignment with that past person because they have shadow work that they need to get done. You've put in that work, collective. This is why you have new things coming your way. This is why you're moving on. This is why the Chariot is here. You have the Strength in the Chariot and the 4 of Wands. Like, you're moving on to a better union, better connection because Spirit has said so. Like, you've done the healing work. They've recognized it. Judgment Day is here for the past people and they get their karma. They get their just desserts. Since they wanted to play around so fucking much, they're gonna get their ass handed to them. We also have secrets revealed too. It's like what's done in the dark comes to light. What's done in the dark comes to light, especially with the shadow work needed. What's done in the dark comes to light. So if people were really fucking up with your money, fucking up with your energy, trying to steal from you, trying to take from you, it's really being exposed at this time. It's being illuminated at this time. We also have get off your ass. Especially if they were trying to keep you stuck, right? There's something about movement. There's something about taking action. There's something about doing what it is that you're here to do. They were stifling you so that you did not do what it is that you're meant to be doing. And that's where Spirit's saying there's something better. You need to get out, reconnect with yourself, reconnect with Spirit, cleanse your energy. Because that person was really trying to keep you stuck in an energy that you no longer, you know, you're bossing up. I'm telling you guys, you're bossing up. Some of you are about to get really fucking angry. You're about to get really fucking angry because you're recognizing the ways that that past person held you back. Yeah. Go to guy or gal. I also get to you're focused. You're focused. Death. There's transformation here. Things are over and done. The last reading that I put up, I think it was like death. It was about death. It's about changes, endings. Yeah. Collective. Like, you're really focused on transformation, but truly, like, it's the end of times. It's the end of times for this person. It's the end of this past person too. I feel like some of you, once you're past this reading, like, you're no longer going to be hearing about this person. It's just you moving on. It's just you being involved with somebody else. There's a reason for this coming back up for some of you. You've needed to hear this message. You've needed to hear this. There's a specific collective that I'm tapping into that, yeah, you're breaking free. That's what it is. You've needed to hear this, that it's the end of that past cycle. You're breaking free. Freedom. Yeah, especially when it comes to the devil. He just wants to take. He just wants to keep you stuck. You're breaking free. I think he's really angry about that shit, but it's like, too bad, so sad. Like, you know what I mean? Too bad, so sad. Especially, like, if all that past person could provide was like sexual energy, or they were really just like lustful and they just didn't have anything to provide except for drama and making you feel like shit. Like, I feel like you're really recognizing that and moving past it and being like, that's not what I want to be attached to. That's not what I want to be stuck on. I deserve better. Yeah. You're getting some kind of communication, collective. You have luck on your side. We have the ladybug. Yeah, you're focused on better things. Like, this ending, you recognize you really, like, that's over and done with. You're breaking free from that. And you're very, like, standing on your convictions. And some of you, you're really pissed off about the past. You're really pissed off that you settled for that. You're really pissed off that this person, like, had you fucked up. You're really pissed off that this person was trying to hold you down, hold you back from your dreams. An abundant life, right? You have happy, comfort, leisure, abundant life. Wishes are coming true. Yeah. There's some kind of communications coming in that a wish is going to be coming true for you. Collective, you're very lucky. You're very, very lucky. And that's the thing. You're about to win big. You're about to win big, collective. Yeah. And people are going to be talking about it. That's what I'm saying. We have the beaver here. Things working against you, but persistence pays off. New things on the horizon, determined repetition, making dreams real. Like, you're working your butt off to make your dreams come true. No matter what people have done against you, you're still moving. You're still, and that's the thing. The moon reveals it all. What's done in the dark gets revealed. I also get to, that's what I'm talking about with that fatigue, that stress. That's why you're needing a cleanse. Needing to trust your intuition, needing to trust your dreams. Yeah. You're very compassionate, collective. You're very loving. You're very giving. You're very intuitive. Yeah. You overgave. You overgave to that past person. And they just caused stress and anxiety, restlessness within you. Because I see loss here, theft. They took too much from you. There's divine timing here. It's like no matter what they try to put against you, it's like you still win no matter what. They can be salty as all hell, but you're still going to win. You're still going to elevate. You're still going to move. Yeah. You see through their bullshit. Yeah, we see the end here. Again, it's the end of that. Divine timing. You see through the facade. You're trusting your intuition. We have the owl. We also have Celtic knot, love. Secrets are lifted. observant, wise, insights, explore the unknown. You know what's going on, especially if someone tries to come back, someone tries to communicate, that's over and done with because you see through it. Also, you have so much unconditional love for yourself. You're recognizing who to give that love to and who not to, right? You have love coming your way. Yeah, I'm telling you, this person, they wore a mask. They wore a mask. They had a lot of ego. They tried to project their insecurities, their hurt, their pain onto you, but you see through that. You see past their mask. Yeah. Also, I get too the side note of like, you genuinely saw this person for who they were and you still were able to love them with their flaws. And they don't get that. They don't ever get that back. They don't get that opportunity to have someone like you again in their life. You're moving on, you're moving forward. They recognize that too. They recognize they lost big. They lost big. Got the element of water here too. Artistic, emotional, fluidity, diving deep, healing, romantic. Yeah, you're really choosing to trust your intuition and heal and move on from this. Forward movement, one way, go the distance, traveling, focal point. Like, you're not focused on this past person any longer. You recognize that's a waste of time. Yeah, you have harmony coming your way. You have a gift coming your way. Love. We got the Empress here. I'm telling you, you have love coming your way, collective. You have a gift from the divine coming your way because you stayed. Oh, okay. You got a gentleman coming through. You got a gift from the divine coming your way, collective, because you chose to do the healing work. You leveled up. There's a love interest that's coming in. That's genuine love. Gonna bring harmony. You're gonna feel so grateful that you have this person in your life because they're a good person. They're a very good person. Yeah. I also get to, it's like collective, especially we have the woman here. You were tired of constantly going through abusive cycles. So when it comes to new people coming into your life, you could be very hesitant. You could be kind of leery, and that's where Spirit's saying trust your intuition. Does this person make you feel like past people? Because you know what past people have done to you. You know what that feels like with past people. How does this new person make you feel? Because it's gonna be a very intuitive choice that you make. We got the rabbits. Some of y'all gonna be fucking like bunnies. And the swans. Yeah, this is a soulmate that's coming in for you guys. New beginnings, sudden increase, fertility, multiply, sex, procreation. Swans, soulmate, twin flame, the one, a pair of things, deep soul connection, blooming love, divination and fluidity, faith. Yeah, you've had faith. You've had faith. This person's a sure thing. This new person that's coming in is a sure thing. Like, they have faith in you too. They've also gone through it. They've also had to deal with the same shit that you've dealt with. You guys are both closing out this cycle so you can start new, the world. And I fucking can't. When I said you both have gone through it, the double rainbow came out. Divine intervention, duality, perfect timing, serendipity, as above, so below, light codes, ascension. You guys are both ascending. I also see 6, 1, and 1, 6. You guys could be seeing inverted numbers. But yeah, look at this. The swans, the bunnies, the rainbow, the double rainbow. Yeah, while one cycle closes, this new one opens up for you. It's all in divine timing. You've really had to learn a very difficult lesson, but this is closed out for you. This is closing out. You've accomplished this cycle. It's like you've leveled up. You've leveled up from the hurt, the pain, the abusive cycle, collective. And this is good. What's coming in is good for you. Okay? So this is where I leave you. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Of course, comment down below if this resonated for you. You're more than welcome to book your own personal reading. I do also offer Reiki healing and candle services, Trabajos, on my website. You're more than welcome to reach out and discuss. And yeah, Ooh, you got fireworks, you got passion, you got chemistry. I'm telling you, the new person that comes in, you're winning big. You're winning big. And also, like, I just get this happiness, this excitement, this, like, you're really going to feel so fucking lucky that you did not settle for the past, that you did the work, right? But you moved on from the past, because this person has so much to give, so much love to give. And I get the sense too that, like, you're gonna look at this person years from now and be like so grateful that you did not settle for that past person. You're gonna be so grateful that you get to experience life with this new person, because I get that this new person coming into your life, this soulmate, this divine union, this person that you've been waiting for, that you're going to be spending years and years and years with this person. You're going to be really enjoying your lifetime with this person here, and many more to come, because you could be reincarnating with this person and spending future lifetimes with this person. You've done the work so that you can meet in this lifetime and connect in future ones. Okay, so here's where I leave you. Sending you so much love, guys. I see 555 on the timer. All them changes coming through. I see you. Bye.